What's the damn deal, brother? It's been a minute. Ain't seen in a while. We ain't seen a lot of y'all in a while. Wow. 1, 2, 3.
It's been a while.
About 5, 6 months, man. A lot has gone on. Since then, you've been filming. You filmed a couple shows, a couple movies.
Yeah.
I finished 2 books. Writing another one. Worked on we talked about the rock show, Titan Game. So if y'all check that out, y'all see me on there. Probably a couple commercials. It's been busy, man. Laying low. You know, came into the year on a good note. So in a good place. We're back. Feel good to be back. It's been a while, man. So
Same. Yeah, man. Just like you said, filming a lot. Back at working, doing the whole deal. Shot a couple movies, shot a couple TV shows. My TV show comes out on the OWN network with Oprah Winfrey on February 27th on the OWN network. So watch it. Comes out. I'm back in action.
Look, this
back in action.
He getting all fancy on us now. So if I come on here to show he not here, we have creative differences.
And it wasn't written in my contract to be here first. I mean that's first. But we're gonna make this work though.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna get right into it. Let's do it. So many things to talk about. We had the whole Jussie Smollett thing.
Jussie
Smollett. We got Colin Kaepernick, selling NFL. So many things. Of course, R. Kelly, all that stuff. We're gonna get into today. Probably not, but that's another topic. So many things. So many different topics, man. I think that
before we get back to the topics, we're doing a new format with the show as well. It's not going to be an hour. We're going to do 30 minutes to make it a little quicker and a little easier for you guys to tune in. So we'll do 30 minutes instead of an hour and make it quick and get straight to the point, to the facts. So.
Yeah, we'll see how y'all feel about it. If y'all like 30 minutes, cool. If it's not long enough, we need y'all feedback. It's valuable. So new format. So we'll see how this works. You know. So but yeah, I think the thing that I've been seeing with all these different topics is the amount of information that's going around, knowing what's actually true,
right,
and what's not. Like in this era, everybody's a reporter. Everybody's on Team Justice Police. Everybody wants to be the one Gucci boycotts. I'm like, what's going on, man? Like, how do we know what to believe, what not to believe, or you know?
I think with that stuff, man, I think. We're too quick to judge either way. We're so quick to jump the gun on anything that happens, and I think number one, that's coming from people. Obviously, we post a lot of clickbait stuff on social media now, so people see the headlines and see stuff, and they're like, "Oh, I want to jump on part of this agenda and actually run with it before knowing the facts." And for me, that's such a big no-no. It's like it's really, to me, it's like a red flag because I've been a part of like clickbait stuff and stuff that just people want to get out and hop to and start believing right away instead of waiting to see what happens and letting the facts play out. So for me personally, when I see a headline and I see people jump on it, good or bad, whatever they feel, like I always say, just pump your brakes, man. Until you actually get to the bottom of it, let's wait. Because then once you hop in front of the agenda and put it out, what's going to happen when that changes, like this Jussie Smollett thing? So, for me, I always say, watch what you hop behind first.
Yeah, it's interesting because when you see things in the media and you know the actual truth behind it, and you can see how conniving, how manipulative the media can be. It's funny, but it's not funny. And I was reading a study last night that was saying, like, is understanding and belief the same or are they different? Right? Do we understand things before we form our belief, or do we believe them? And once we believe something, do we understand it at that point? Are they both the same? Do we believe it until something shows us something comes along that's different? Or do we? All those two the same things. Like, and it made me think, like, sometimes people are naturally programmed just to believe initially what you see or what you believe, right? And then when you run with, how could you say this and that? There's something, once we know, something different is going to come along. We'll never really know unless you were actually there or present. You'll never really know.
Or until the actual facts play out and they come out.
You know, it's concrete information. You know, I can look at something, that's not right, just about how something, based on how something's worded. So it's interesting to see people flip-flop and become hypocrites. And I'm like, guys, like, 1 minute you were going in at this guy. Today, it's the complete opposite. What you're entitled to change your opinion. But give it a day. Give it 2 days. Give it 2 weeks. That's why we don't really comment on post stuff.
Never.
Because I'm like, something ain't right.
Let me see how that plays out first.
Some don't sound right. And we know like everybody has an agenda to get ahead of something, get out in front of something, or put their story further. Because once the information is out there, the thing people want to take it and run with it.
Right, but the thing with that, yes, it's true. But the only thing I hate about that and people jumping on board of anything, whatever, like you put yourself at a disadvantage because once you start hopping on these things and believing the narrative and without the facts, for me, if I see you post that and then you retract that, especially when you're so initially so strong and so positive or negative towards whatever that cause is, so strongly, and then you retract it, like for me, that's just like I can't get down with it. I can't trust you. I can't trust that story. I can't trust anything about that situation. So for me, I run from that. I'm out the door. You saw that? I'm out.
Nah, I mean I get it. So I guess one of the big things right now is the whole Jussie Smollett thing, right? And I don't read a lot of. I always find out things after the fact. Once I hear people's opinions, then I go read. And so allegedly, you know, I'm not here to condemn anybody because I don't know, but based on the information that we have, it's saying that everybody, what I've come to the conclusion that everybody thought that something wasn't right with the story.
Right away, yeah.
You know, something didn't stick, or then he had all these different narratives. Oh, he was on a grinder, he was doing this, a bad day going on. I'm like, that's other people putting their skin on it, what it could possibly be. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
You know, that's dangerous, right? So, but it's interesting if it is staged, which I hope that it's not, because I think it does way more damage than, like, I think for the LGBT community for one.
Yeah.
There's already enough going on that they have to deal with on an everyday basis. And now there's somebody who's a prominent figure, he's known, he's a public figure, and then you stage this. And I'm not saying that he did, because I don't know.
Right.
When I watched the movie, I was like, something doesn't sound right. But what if this is just one of those things where it just doesn't make sense?
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where it just never really makes sense. We won't really know until, I guess, the brothers, information, whatever they until they have comes out. But it's just interesting to, this is the day that we're living in where people really make up stuff. It's Instagram.
Yeah.
People are literally making up lifestyles and how they are, but we'll get mad at him for doing that. But I'm like, a lot of us play into the same thing.
But the whole thing about that, like even not just with him and his story or whatever, but also Chicago PD, their narrative. Like the fact that the information's been leaked and now like reports are being made on the contrary of what Jussie said, like that can be just as harmful. Like until those facts are concrete and solid, don't put it out there. But how is it getting put out there? I know Chicago PD is saying they didn't say that. They're saying we're looking into something else. But how did that stuff leak? It didn't just leak by itself. So that speaks of corruption there too. So I mean, just hearing both sides.
Everybody has their agenda to get in front of it. Like the one thing he never said they were wearing a MAGA. Right. He said he never said it. So how did that get there? Like everybody has something to gain to try to shape their environment, and that's the dangerous part. I think us as people, we should demand if something is good, just like we call out celebrities, call out the same thing, that same pride or this whole justice, please go at them like, stop leaking stuff. I'm not saying stop leaking stuff because we know that's a part of the game, but hold people accountable. We do have the power to change it. We demand the truth. If people can actually sit back and know how to decipher the true information and what's true and what's not. But that's a whole nother story because now we're asking people to go against beliefs and things that they do know. That's a whole belief system as to why certain things happen.
I mean, what about even besides those narratives of both sides having pushing their agendas and pushing their stories, but what about the story with that same story in that same family that he's trying to push this narrative to get more ratings for the show, or so he doesn't get written off the show, or so like after this show ends, because the report's saying that he's about to get written off, so he's trying to use this clout to further along his career. Like that's a scary narrative. If he's doing it for that, that just tells you how it is as us as a world now. You know
what I would say to that is, if that's a narrative, I mean that's something that people have done before. Right? He's not the first one to do it. And I don't want to make it seem like it's just him because it's Hollywood. Once you're in Hollywood, everything's fair game to use this to catapult something in.
Right.
And I was reading something and it was interesting because somebody posted something about everything. It's hard to go against a hate crime somebody's attack. Yeah. It's hard to go out against that. It's hard to say, hey, you're wrong because obviously he was attacked. But when you start to see tweets and stuff, people say, oh, stream this music, and then the song comes out and the cover of the song has the music. I'm like, all right, like I'm like, all right, man, come on, like. But I still don't. Who am I to go out there and say, hey? But I'm like, is it so far fetched? Is it that far fetched? And I'm not saying that. Is it that far fetched? Right. Right. And my whole thing is, if when in doubt, when the people who was on his side and against him, if it comes out that it's right, I want to see you apologize, right? But if it's wrong, hold him accountable as if we would hold any other white person who's done something wrong. Because this is something that can set us back and something that can be used. See, this is why we don't do this. This is why the LGBT community, now they need support. Yeah. In the process, like I'm looking at the grand scheme of things. I hope that it's not true for me. I think this is what happens as a community, we have to hold him accountable. As Black Twitter would say, he ain't invited to the cookout.
The black delegation, we would like to trade Justice Smollett. No, but yeah, it's real. Like, but
I don't want to make a joke out of it, but
you got to, because it's a joke right now. Until we figure out what's going on, what the real deal is. Right now, you can take any stance you want. So, but yeah, it's one of those things where I guess he's probably going into this whole thing with no press. I mean, all press is good press, that type thing. That's the situation.
It's not. It's funny.
But that's where
I think that narrative is changing now because a lot of things are going back to people's character. Yeah. What people stand on. You can be in the social media, but if you're consistently in social media out there in a bad way, it's not good. I don't care if I'm a business. If you're constantly out there doing negative stuff, there's always a negative story, nothing good. I'm not hiring you. You look at even all these major corporations, they're changing, and we talked about this, they're going from more minor influencers versus big influencers because it's more engaging. Right. It's more safe. Right? To 60,000, 70,000 people will get more engaged with that, with your community or your group of fans versus somebody with 1 million or 2 million. Doesn't mean they don't value people who have 1 or 2 million followers, but we want marketing first, people who actually engage with whatever their following is. So
I want to say one thing for the LGBT community though, man. I know that you guys are fighting for equality and fighting for a lot of things, and to have somebody like this who's a prominent person in the midst of some of this stuff right now, man, and this negativity. Just give it a second to play out. Don't be so quick to jump down his throat yet until we figure it out. But you know, that's the biggest thing I would say for that. Be a little patient.
But it's funny, man, because even as you say that, and I agree with you, even as you say that, we're saying don't be so quick to jump to something, but for some people they're dealing with this still every day. And this one thing, what about the people who don't go out and listen to the facts and they just take, oh, what he did is wrong, and they believe whatever TMZ, whatever posts, and you start going to mistreat people and be disrespectful based on this man's actions. Right? We've seen it to where people will come out and say a whole bunch of shit, right? And then once the opposite comes out, everybody church now.
Oh, they disappear.
Nobody says nothing.
Disappear. Yeah.
You were big enough, and that's my whole thing. If we have a podcast, right? We're putting out stuff, right? If we have the opportunity or the ability to put out something, our creative content, whatever it is, people have the opportunity or the right to criticize whatever that is. Yeah. That just comes with. That's fine. That's a part. That's a part of the game.
It's fine to criticize, but I say do it with love, though. Obviously, if you deserve and you feel mad, that's a real emotion. So that's a valid thing. But I just preach to do it with love. That's all. Just from my perspective.
So let's stay away from that. I'm pretty sure that would be something that will come back up again.
Yeah.
NFL, because we're talking about information. We're talking about people selling out.
Possible sellouts.
Information. Yeah. Colin Kaepernick settled with
Colin Kaepernick.
The NFL.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to hear from me that people are calling him sellout, which I think is a little unfair. Me personally, I think that's a little unfair to call him sellout. Because hence, when he opted out, he wanted to go from the league. Right? The whole case against the NFL was for collusion to keep him from being employed.
Right.
Which there's more than enough information to show that he's a top 64 quarterback in the league. He should be on somebody's roster, right? So when people say, "Oh, he took their cash," I'm like, "All he's doing is giving money that they kept him unemployed." That's fact,
right?
Like that's what it is. So when they say, "Oh, he said how," that was the whole point of his case was to prove that they were holding him from employment, which this is a win for him. I agree. Like to me, it's a win for him because the NFL ain't selling. It's all about protecting the shield and how it looks.
Yeah.
And they're taking a lot of beatings, a lot of hits in the media, so they can't afford this.
We talked about that. The sell out part of it. That's not true.
Like it's.
I mean, obviously we don't know his financial background. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes, what he's paid out to even make this case go further along. So we can't. That part. That's not the issue. I think the issue is with him settling. The outside world will never know what really happened. Was there collusion? We can think so. We probably believe so, but we will never know the facts of that. It's kind of like when we're talking about the Jesse thing. Like, we won't know the facts. So, as far as settling out, no. Could he have done more or done something bigger for everybody outside of himself by fighting it to the end? Possibly. But I mean, there's always, when you settle, there's going to be a win and a loss on both sides.
That's what I'm saying. Like when people say, "All right, let's say he goes to them, what does he gain?" Right? Like what is he? I think he showed people what the NFL is. Currently, I think he's done it. I think he stood up, and a lot of people weren't rocking with him at first. For 2 or 3 years, he's been enduring whatever, not being allowed to play something that you love since a kid.
Right.
It was taken away from him. It's not like he was injured and something happened which he was injured, but from a building standpoint, there's no way why he shouldn't be playing. Right. But when somebody says, "Hey, imagine we have people out here who complain about, oh, this person's doing this to me, I can't get ahead because this is what they're doing." Somebody was literally doing that to him and other players.
Yeah.
They agreed. I think in 2 or 3 months, he was drug tested 15 times or something crazy.
Yeah.
Now granted, we can say, "Oh, it's all random," but 15 times within the first month or two of the season, that's crazy. It's like they were trying to find some angle to use against them.
Sure.
And then it didn't work. And it's like, I don't think they never expected it to go this far.
But that's a silly thing, though. Like, I mean, obviously this guy's coming back in the game, and I'm sure he's smart enough. Obviously, if he's going to step that he's gone now, to the point he's expanded his knowledge and everything, understanding of a lot of things, that he wouldn't come in and have a negative drug test. I mean, that doesn't even make any sense. So for me, like, obviously, conspiracy theorists are like, "Oh, he's doing this for that." Like, they're drug testing because they want to do this and do this. Probably. But it just doesn't, it's a silly narrative.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me.
And you have 2 guys, to my knowledge, they've been upstanding professionals, right? You don't hear anything about them, no domestic violence, no drunk driving, no anything. They've held themselves how professionals should be, which is what NFL teams want. We want somebody to carry the team and be the face of the team and represent the team. They've done it.
Yeah. I got a question about this though. So we talk about the settlement. We talk about all these things as far as sellouts. Is it good? Is it bad? Do you think it's going to be? You think with the narrative that he's built in these last couple of years about holding out, standing out, not playing, trying to fight the NFL, if he goes back to the game now and actually plays in the game or is on a team, does that hurt his whole stance if he signs back to the NFL?
I think it's fair. People are gonna. That's what I'm saying. People are gonna give him shit because he said it, right? But I would listen to that. Like because I get why people rightfully so. Hey, it was about this. You said this, right? But now you're taking their money. So what's that? I think at some point, hopefully he'll come out and say, give a statement. He can't say anything about it. It's ironclad. He can't say nothing. So that alone, to me, says a lot. That he can't say anything. Nothing. Long-term exposure, NFL had to look at that, right? Does he come back to the game? I don't think it should. I honestly think the NFL ratings will go through the roof.
It will. But that's why they would do it.
For me, unless he just genuinely has a love, I don't know. Does it hurt him?
He has a love for playing the new league, the AAF.
No, I don't think it will.
But if it's for the love of the game,
If it's for the love of the game,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
does it hurt him more? I think he'll take it initially. If he gets back on that field and does well, so that's another. I think he has to play well, right? Because if he doesn't, it's going to create this whole other narrative of story.
But he's not going to go into the league and be a starter anyway. So him just being there, I don't. Obviously, quarterbacks get hurt when you get a chance to play, but he's not going to be the guy.
But that's another thing. If he's not going to go back in to sit the bench, so it has to be a situation that suits him, so he has the ability to play to compete for a starting position. Look, man, look at the Redskins. When Alex Smith went down, they signed two guys. One guy hadn't played, took a snap in 7 years. 7 years. You mean to tell me you couldn't call Colorado? Body work does not compare at all.
Right.
So he should go into a situation where if he wants to compete, if anything less than that, I wouldn't go.
Yeah,
I think he has enough platform now to he has enough things on his plate to where he can carry. I hope that he will continue this narrative, and maybe it wouldn't surprise me if sometime soon the NFL comes to something and some collaborative effort. I would hope that part of that settlement that money does go to certain places, certain communities, certain activities. I'm sure something. I wouldn't surprise me if something like that was to happen within the next 6 months to a year.
Yeah, it's fun. Like I feel if he went back, I think it hurt his cause. I went on the record the other day. I mean, it was just on a radio spot with my boys, Chris Broussard and Rob Parker at Fox, where I look at on Saturdays. And when it first broke, I came out. I was like, they asked me, do I think he'll go back to the game? I'm like, there's no way. And I said it really quickly, like demonstrative. And they were like, why you say that? And I was like, because the whole narrative was, and I think a lot of people get confused. Like the initial stance was just against social injustice, police brutality, like that stuff. Like that's all it was.
Which that was separate from his collusion case.
Exactly.
Those things weren't.
But see, people are getting that misconstrued.
And that was what happened with him. His whole taking the knee. Oh, disrespect. Right. It's like no, he's taking the knee for this. It's not disrespectful to the flag. He just brings awareness to black and brown people being killed and there's no justice for them.
Right.
That was one thing.
Yes.
He could have opted in. He could have opted into it and took the 20, 25 million. He opted out. He wanted more money to get another deal. And in response to that, nobody would hire him. Why? Oh, collusion. Yeah, y'all intentionally keeping me out the NFL. So here's this case. From a case standpoint, at some point, something had to happen. You're not going to keep this. It costs millions of dollars.
Yes.
At some point, it has to end. And for the NFL, long-term exposure, they had to end it.
Yeah, for the NFL, it's very simple. The NFL is moving into a place now where the ratings are back. People are back involved, engaged with the game. So from a viewership standpoint, our game is moving. So why do we want any other excess baggage or anything that could be negative said about our product, which is the shield, right?
Yeah.
So very simple for them. Let's cut ties with this. Let's make this move on. It's not even about that story anymore. It's about the narrative of us moving forward to this greater thing, which I see right now as the NFL. The machines. It's about the boom again. They got new stars. Yeah. They got some interesting stories and headlines that are going on now. So why even deal with this perceived red flag,
Yeah, I think it is time, because at some point, and I told the people, at some point you got to move on. You can't hold on to it for so long. Colin Kaepernick did his job, which in the beginning nobody understood, but at some point it has to end. Does he stop using his platform and his fight to continue that conversation? No, I hope not. Right? Like I said, if it was just if he took money from the NFL, it didn't work in something on the end, like, all right, I want money to be given to this, that, and the fourth.
Yeah.
Then I might feel a certain type of way. I might be like, you know what? If this part is settled, you got to move on. Make sure money is diverted to certain things. Right? That means whatever you go back and play or not, you're still giving to the game. Your cause is still further, and it's a win-win.
Yeah.
Let's put money here and give me the money that I was doing. He should have been on the NFL team. Money lost. If somebody keeps you out of because of whatever reason, you deserve to be paid for whatever that is.
Right.
Period.
Right.
You know, so it's
crazy.
I don't think it could. It's interesting how people will respond. I don't like the narrative of people jumping ship. Oh, you're a sellout. This man stood in face of everybody, the president. Like, and now he's a sellout. That's what I don't like.
The only thing I wish was different for him, and this I think I've talked about this before, is I just wish he had like one press conference where he's saying like, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm going, this is what the mission is, instead of leaving it up to people's like coffee shop, barber shop stories between each other, because that would have made it clearer, more clear what he was trying to do and giving us a better understanding of what's going to get. Yeah, just like say like this is this.
I don't think it's funny. I don't think anybody saw it getting to that point.
Yeah.
And sometimes you do something you don't know, you just doing something on your own cause, and you don't really know, where it's going to go. You might go back in.
Today's a good show. Two topics that are pressing right now to everybody, so good to kind of talk about that and have some clarity and gain some knowledge.
Yeah, and it helps us reading people's comments and stuff like that, getting a different perspective on what's going on in that situation. It helps us look at things from a different light. So, like I said, we're just getting back into it. We've got a new format. We're excited to be back. We're excited to be shooting again. And as always, like, the show doesn't really exist without you guys and your participation. So, thanks for tuning in. Video will be up soon, and
thank you for going along this ride with us. Tune in, stay tuned for episode 2 next week, and see you guys next week. Peace.